I haven't done a floss tube in a while, so I know I've done like a market haul and like a video that shows my craft room, but I haven't really done a floss tube. So I thought while I had time, I would. I am sitting here waiting for the vet to call and let me know about Sweetie Pie. Sweetie Pie is the little Shih Tzu that we have that was my mother-in-law's dog, and when she passed away, Sweetie Pie became our dog, and she's 15 years old, and back in, I think it was October, she lost her eye because she's always had problems with her eyes, and it usually happens around this time of year. And anyway, so she actually did the damage to her eye while she was at the vet. She was being, what's it called, boarded, because we were going out of town for the weekend, and my mom couldn't watch her, and she was trying to get out of the kennel that they put her in, and she damaged her eye and ended up eventually losing her eye. But she also has a problem this time of year. It happens like every single April that she gets like an ulcer. I don't know if she gets like allergies or pollen and then scratches at her eye, or I don't know what happened. Anyway, so last week she was fine. Today or yesterday, I noticed that she can see. I mean, her eye was completely closed. She was whining because it hurt. She was walking around and didn't know where she was. It's just pitiful. So she had an appointment to be groomed because it's been a while. And so I called early this morning, first thing, and said, hey, she's got this issue with her eye. She can't see at all. She's just very lethargic and she's confused. And so the vet was able to see her while she was in there getting groomed. And yes, she does have she has another corneal ulcer on her good eye. And so they're gonna go ahead and groom her, and I get to go pick her up and start putting her and giving her all those eye drops again. It's overwhelming, but I have to get this eye working so she can see. Oh my gosh, it's just pitiful. I'll try to put a picture in of her that I took yesterday. I think I put it on Instagram too. So this is Sweetie Pie. She already had one eye removed, and now her good eye, or her only eye, is damaged, so she's just pitiful. Anyway, and so that's what I'm doing today, and my husband's been out of town, so I've done a lot of stitching over the past 2 days, but he's coming home today, and so like he's on an airplane somewhere. I think he went to Maine. I think he was supposed to come home last night, but he got stuck, or they kept delaying his flight, and he didn't want to get stuck somewhere, so he just rescheduled it for this morning. And now he had to make a connection at LaGuardia, and anyway, just all part of his job, I guess. So, but he was gone, so I got a lot of stitching. I worked on one thing, which I'll get to in a minute, but I don't know, do y'all ever go through like times of your life where all you get is bad news? Like it's bad, like one thing after another, and it just seems to kind of like overwhelm you with, and it's not anything, I mean, the dog, affects me. It's not anything like earth-shattering for me, but for other people it is, and you just worry about them. And so anyway, I've been dealing with that for the past couple weeks, actually really more like a month, but yeah, I'm ready for like some positive news in my life, because I worry. I think I'm a worrier, and I worry about everyone else. I worry about other people, and I don't want them to be going through the things, and I feel kind of like helpless because I can't do anything to help them, because like if it's family members or like my son, you know, I just like I want some good news. I want some good news. Anyway, now I did get some good news a couple weeks ago though, that I got in to StitchCon. I was like, it was a couple weeks ago, and I think my husband was out of town again, and I looked at my email. I was in bed. I went to bed early, or I was watching a movie or something, and I looked at my email and it said keepsakes. The email did, and I was like, what? And then I clicked on it and it said that I got into StitchCon. I signed up the day it opened back in October. I was like 2 hours late signing up. You know, and I know all along they said, don't give up hope, don't give up hope. Things come up and people drop out, and I'm like, oh, but I was like 2 hours later than, it was right before they cut it off, but I know there was like, both the sessions filled up, and I had to have been like one of the last ones. I don't know, maybe I wasn't, because I got in. And so as of now, I'm going to StitchCon A, because that's the one that I signed up for. I mean, I'm very, 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 very nervous about it. I have never been to a retreat before. I don't know. I mean, I've watched videos of FlossTubers, and I mean, I make a FlossTube, obviously, because you're watching it, but I just don't know a lot of the people, and the people that I do know that I talk to aren't going, or are not going to this particular, there's a few people that I've talked to that are going. So, I mean, I'm gonna know people, but I'm still nervous. I'm nervous about traveling by myself, because I have not done that very much in my life. I always usually have someone with me, or I'm going to meet someone, you know, like it's a family member or something, but I've never traveled by myself, and I've never really stayed in a hotel room by myself. And I feel like I'm like late to the party, and like people already have like roommates and things like that. So I went ahead and I paid my registration fee that was due, and I booked a hotel room, but I don't know how I'm gonna get there yet. I'm hoping that, I guess I'm gonna fly. I kinda wanna ride with someone. I'm not gonna drive myself, because that's just not, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not a good driver anyway. But I don't know, I'm just nervous about that. I'm nervous about, I would get a flight, because I think I have some points, or my husband does, but I don't trust flights. I'm a nervous flyer, and I don't trust that I'm gonna get there, and I hate making connections. Anyway, this is whatever. I'm going to StitchCon A. I'm gonna be brave, and I really wanna go. So, okay, we'll get in. That's enough of my life, which, woohoo, life. Today's April 20th, by the way. Wednesday. I hope everyone had a nice Easter that celebrates Easter, and I did. I got to see some of my family, and that is great. Okay, so I was going to start off with some things that I finished, and things that I finished a while back, actually, and I don't know if I've showed these or not. I think I've showed some, but I'm gonna go ahead and show this one. These are not fully finished, they're just projects that I finished stitching. Okay, so the nativity that I'm doing, which has like 12 parts to it, and I want them to be made all into stand-ups, and I actually got the idea from Made by Michelle McGraw on her YouTube. So I think she's doing the same one, but I found this on Cooler Designs, the pattern, and I don't think I have it. Maybe I have it here. I've showed this before, but it's, let me see if I can zoom in. It's like all those figures in the nativity, okay? So I've done the angel, which I know I showed you because I finished that in January, but I'll just show it again. And I want these to be made into stand-ups. And this was on like 14 count oatmeal Ada, I guess. It may have like another name. I got it at like Michael's or someplace like that. So isn't it pretty though, with the back stitching and a lot of shading and stuff? I'm not really, her mouth looks weird to me, but it's okay. So that's the angel. And then I finished, and I switched the fabrics. I'm hoping it's not gonna look bad with this fabric, and then this one is on a different one. This is on a, I think an even weave of some kind. I'm not really even sure, but this is the like sheep. Okay. And one of the reasons why I switched is because when I do it on the 14 count, I have to use 3, it says to use, well, I have to use 3 strands of floss. Okay, so my phone has no storage and I knew it would cut off, and it did. It cut off, and so I had to go back into my albums and I had to delete all these old videos, and now I feel like I got this like tripod, cool tripod thing, and the thing is slipping down. Okay, and so anyway, I had to use 3 strands with the angel, and so I switched the smaller count so I could use 2 strands, and the loop start was so much easier. But isn't it cute? So next I'm doing Jesus, I think next. And then I want to do Mary and Joseph, so I can get a good start on my nativity. Okay, I found this one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I stitched this right when, and I don't know who, who the pattern's by, but I stitched that little thing. I had a plan that I was gonna stitch all the other ones. These are like a whole bunch of like free patterns right when, you know, 2020, March. The Be Well hashtag, I don't even know what it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but I stitched that, and I was gonna put, yeah, other patterns on here, but nope, I didn't. So I want to do something with that. I don't know what. A couple of other things I finished, and I just really was like, I'm gonna finish this. I feel like I've averaged like a finish a month so far. I finished this one, I Feel Goat. This is from Twin Peak Primitives. And it was my first project ever to do on a linen. I think this is linen. But I thought it was cute, and I like the goats on the goats and the goats on the horse. I thought it was super cute. But so I finished that one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And then I finished another Twin Peak Primitives pattern. This is one of their kits, like their the limited edition ones, and it's called White Christmas. I don't know if you can see that. And these are, this is on a linen. I think it's summer khaki. I think is that the same color? And this is on 28 count. And that took me a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take me. But I would like to have this made into a pillow, maybe. I can't do it myself. My husband thought the dog was flying because he said, I mean, he thought it was cool, but he was just like, it looks like the dog's flying through the air. I was like, it's on snow. Anyway, I said, it's just the way it is. And he's like, I changed the color of the birds a little bit. They're all different, the birds that are in the trees are all different colors. That one's more red, that one has more red and brown. I think they're originally kind of all brown, but I wanted them to be red. So I finished that, and oh yeah, I finished one more thing. Can you believe all the finishing things? I have one that's fully finished. Hold on, let me put this stuff back up. Now these are, you know, smaller, but that's why I wanted to throw in some smaller things into my, I don't have a rotation, I'm not that organized, but just into everything else I stitch, just so I could have a finish every once in a while. And when I finish something, well, this isn't gonna work, I'm being messy. When I finish it, I have this bag that I stick it in, and so then I'll send it off to be fully finished. Did I show you my fully finished project or things? I'll just put those on the video too. I think I have them up here. Do I have them? Where are they? There. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna go get one. I'll be right back. And what I did is I had some things that I had finished stitching, gosh, I don't know, over the past couple of years, I guess, and they were just sitting in a bag, and I was like, I need to have someone finish these into something for me, or figure out how to do it myself, because, you know, I'm spending all this time on these projects. I need to do something with them. So the first one that I did is, and when I sent these off to Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, she's the one who did my finishing for me. And this is the first one. It is wood poop here again. And I can't remember, I honestly can't remember where I got the pattern, but I have it, it's for the bathroom, and she made it into like a little sign, like hanging sign or ornament. She picked out all the matching, I just sent her the stitching piece and she did everything. She ironed them. She put her own, you know, from her stash of fabric, she used that and all her supplies, you know, so I didn't send anything except I put the pieces in a plastic Ziploc bag and sent them off with a form that I had to fill out. So this goes in our bedroom, our bathroom upstairs that my boys use when they come home to visit every once in a while. I thought that was cute. And then she made this, and I stitched this from a kit that I got from Gecko Rouge. It's a pattern by Lorna, is it Lorna Lane? And it's called, I think, Bee or Bumblebee. But I loved the colors in this, and I actually was stitching on this. It was during a sad time in my life, which I will remember always because it was when my dog passed away. But I wanted to, you know, he was 17 years old, and I wanted to get it finished and done because, you know, when I was stitching on it, I did spend a lot of time with my dog. You know, I mean, it was like we were there together at the house and everything, and I could hear him walking around. And so it's a sad memory, but it's also a good memory, if that makes any sense. And so I was stitching this, and I was like, I'm finishing it. I'm not gonna let these bad feelings, I'm not gonna associate this with that. I'm not going to. I'm gonna get through it. And I'm glad I do. But I will always remember, you know, my dog when I look at this. But it's a cute, cute pillow. She added some, like, what's that called? Like rickrack or something. And then added a fabric that goes with it. So I just have it up here in my stitching room or craft room. And then she did this, and this is like one of those stand-up things. And this is actually one of the very first patterns I stitched. It called for linen. It's hands-on design. It's called More Chocolate Bunnies, I believe is the name of the chart. It's stitched with all silky threads, and it's so cute. And I got it back in time for Easter, so I had it all, you know, out on my table that's next to the front door, you know, when you walk in. Anyway, nobody came by my house, no one really saw it except for me. But I had the pattern, I think originally called for it to be on linen. And I was just starting to stitch and I didn't have all the proper eyewear and stuff. And I was like, I can't see this, I can't see it. This is too hard. And so I ended up just throwing that away. And I decided to do it on an Aida. And I'm pretty sure that I dyed this myself on like coffee and tea. Like one of the very few things I've actually dyed myself. But I think I think it turned out pretty good, right? And then these little buttons that are on the tails of the bunnies came in, I'm pretty sure they came in the kit. But yeah, and so she just finished it into the stand-up. And so those are my like fully finished things. I didn't finish them, but you know, they're finished. Okay, and then I have one more that I did fully finish myself. I mean, kind of myself. Let me go get that because I don't want you to see me crawling across the room. I'm back. Okay, so this is a pattern from Heartstrings Samplery. Is that what it is? Beth Twist. And it's called C is for Coffee. And I know that there's gonna be a reflection of the window and everything. So I'm gonna do it like that. But so it's C is for Coffee. And I wanted to do this because it was, you know, like a smaller pattern that I knew I could probably finish. And then I ordered this frame. Where is it called? It's from Signed and Numbered on Etsy. And she has a lot of the alphabet. She has, well, I don't think she has all the alphabets, but she has some of them and she's not going in like alphabetical order. So I chose C is for Coffee because I love coffee and my last name starts with a C. And this one I actually finished pretty quickly. And then all the other alphabets can fit into this frame. And maybe I can fit some of the other things in here too. Who knows? And it's not the way I placed it, like this is the back. I might have stuck it in there. I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't even iron it. Does it look bad? I hope not. I think it's cool looking. And I love this frame. I ordered it and it took a while to get it. It actually came sooner than I thought it would, but I think it was at least a month. Because, you know, they make them and you get to choose your like finishing. And I got like the super vintage stain. But I love it. And it just sits up here with me while I'm stitching. And those are the ones that I finished. Okay, so now let me get organized and I'm gonna show you some of the things that I have been working on lately. Those are some of the things that I've been working on and I finished them, yay me. But there's a couple of other projects that I have started and I haven't finished them, but I'm working on them. Okay, so this next one is a sampler and I think I was watching Brenda and the Cereal Starter. And one of them, I can't remember, was talking about this pattern that was on 1884 Stitchery that she just put on there, and it's from a Female Worth. So I guess it's an older pattern. It's called Harriet Broadhead 1849. And I don't know, I just something about it. I think it was the colors and the two girls, because I have one sister. Anyway, here's a picture of it. Let me see if I have it on my iPad. And there's a reflection, so I'm kind of tilting it so you can see. Okay, so there it is. And I don't know, I just really liked the look of it. And it wasn't super, super huge. And I thought, you know, I think I have a piece of fabric that I can use. And so I started it and I've actually kind of done, I've gotten a lot done, I guess, for me. The fabric, I I don't think it listed the called for fabric. Let me look real quick and see. I know that it's stitched full cross, on 28 count. It's on 28 count. And it calls for a lot of, it has the DMC conversion, but it calls for Weeks Dye Works. And I actually, some of the colors I had they didn't seem to really match the picture the way that I wanted it to look like the picture. And so I've kind of been color matching myself and using all the things that I had already on hand. So I didn't order anything for this. I already had everything. I mean, the only thing I bought was the pattern. Everything else I had, and I mean, I already had here for one thing or for one reason or another. But that's as far as I've gotten on it. The words, the Harriet Broad, what is her name? Harriet Broadhead, age 13. That's done 1/1, which I've never done before. How does it look? Am I doing it right? I hope so. But I love the colors that I'm using on it. I mean, I'm trying to match it. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I feel like I'm like pausing between every single like syllable. I'm trying to match it as well as I can on this fabric. Some of the colors seemed too bright to me for some reason. And anyway, I'm just mixing it up and changing it around and using what I have. But they're very similar to what has been called for. But I love the colors, the way this looks. And like one of the dresses, like for instance, one of the dresses uses like this turquoisey color. It looked like on the picture, the pattern, but then, I mean, it says it uses the same color, but then the picture doesn't look like it's using the same color. And I wanted it to be different, so that's why I'm using different things. So, I like it. Let's look at it again. What was I gonna say? And it doesn't, this is like one half of the width, I guess, of it. And so it just goes over this way. I mean, that's how big it's gonna be. That's like one page, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Where the bottom of the girl stops, like that's the bottom of the page. And so it's just gonna double down and be like that big. Then the color or the fabric I'm using is wet sand. It's 28 count linen wet sand from Be Stitch Me. Really pretty. And so I've been working on that. And my little label fell off that I've been keeping on it, so I need to put it back in this bag. Or I'll do that in a second. Okay, what else have I been working on? Okay, so this next one is, I'm laughing because it's just really it's so different for me, but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just like different things, and I just like the way the picture is. I may not even like the subject matter, you know, like super great, but I like the way the picture is, so I'll just order it. Well, Heaven and Earth Designs, and I haven't been doing a lot of full coverage stuff. Okay, I haven't been working on it, and I really do not need another full coverage because I've got so many that I could be finishing. But when Heaven and Earth has a sale, I want to buy stuff. I want to buy something. So they're having a sale, I think for Easter or around Easter weekend. And I saw this one. I was looking at the new releases because I really have been staying off. I haven't really been paying much attention. And oh, by the way, I did see a new release they had. It was like this bookshelf, like really, it was really cool, but it would take me forever. So, I mean, I'm probably not gonna do it, but it was a really cool pattern. I can't remember what it's called. It's some sort of the greatest bookshelf or something. I don't know. Okay, so This pattern is called Purple Rain, and it's mini purple rain. Rain spelled R-E-I-G-N. And the artwork is by John Enright. And it's not super big. On 25 count, it says it's gonna be 10 inches wide by 11 1/4 inches high. And I believe it has like total 70,000 something stitches. I could be wrong. But here is the picture. I'm gonna zoom it in. Purple rain, purple rain. I don't even know the song. I don't know. Okay, so, I mean, I like Prince. Okay, I mean, you know, I feel like I grew up with listening to Prince. But I hope that this pattern looks like, well, let me pull up the mock-up. The mock-up, of course, because it's a mini, it's not going to be as detailed. There's the mock-up. Okay, so it's gonna, but I loved the paint. That's what I love about this. I like that it's like gobs of paint on there. And so I'm hoping that that translates well onto stitching. Okay, so far what I've done is this corner up here. That's all I've done. It's purple. And there it is. It's a whole lot of purple. I'm doing it half or 10th stitch, and there's just lots of purple. Now, another thing that I'm doing, let me just click on it to see what I've got here. Okay, so the number of stitches total is 70,500. So I can finish this in my lifetime. Doing 10th stitch, I've stitched 3,906 stitches. I started it on Sunday. So I am 5.5%. That's what I've been working on for the past 2 days while my husband's been out of town. So it calls, another thing that's different about this pattern is that it calls for all anchor floss. I don't have any anchor floss. Well, actually, I take that back. I do, but none of them are purple. So I have just pulled up like an anchor to DMC conversion and been just trying to color match it. I did order some extra floss, like a lot of these purples, like, you know, have a lot. The ones that have multiple skeins, I ordered some more from 123 Stitch. And I'm just using what I have, and I'm just trying to, I just want to see what it looks like doing that, and doing it over to DMC. I mean, I'm sure maybe it'll look better, but I'm just starting to get like, and then this like light, this is the part I want to get to. I want to get into this, like this part right here, and see what it looks like. It'll be a while, but I mean, it's cool. I like it. Okay, so that's Purple Rain by John Enright, and the pattern is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Okay, and then I have one more thing that I'll show you that I have been working on. Okay, so you remember this pattern from Exemplars from the Heart and They Send? This big, huge pattern. I'm working on this section right up here, and it's on my scroll frame, which is attached to an extension bar. So it's heavy, but that's what I've done so far. And I'm actually just working in it's hard for me to see. I'm working in the cloud right here, and it's gonna take me a long time. The cloud's massive. It has like mostly grays and like a gray and a blue in it. But I mean, I like it, but you can see it's on this huge, it's on this almanac, I don't know how you say it, frame, because it stays pretty tight. I like that, but like it's all, like all the fabric is wound up. Most of it is wound up down here because you saw how long it is. It's like 52 inches long or something. And then I got this extension bar thing. I think it's called extension. So I can put it in my Lowry, I can put it on my Lowry stand, and it kind of like makes it not as top heavy, so I can actually stitch on it in my Lowry now. This is a great thing. I didn't even know they made these like extension bar things, but there it is. This is gonna take me a while, but I like it. It's stitched 1/2 on 36 count. And here's a picture of the cloud that I'm working in. So I'm over on this side, and you see how massive it is. So yeah, if I can finish this, that'll be such an accomplishment, I believe, for myself. Okay, a couple of things that, hold on a second. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, so we've done what I'm working on. Showed you my finishes. I'll show some haul, I guess. I don't have that much. I'm really trying to cut down on the haul because I have so much that I have so much. You know what? I have one more thing I need to show you. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. But I have so much that I have, you know, I have so much stuff. And I just need to stop buying stuff and work on the stuff I have. I say this all the time. I mean, I say it and I hear other people saying it too. They're the same way. But for some reason, I can't. Okay, so let me go get the one more thing that I've been working on, which I forgot. It's like my travel piece, or my go outside when it's a nice day piece to stitch. Anyway, I'll be right back. I forgot that I had two more things that I actually have been working on that I don't think I've showed you. So this first one is by Crossed Wing Collection. It's the Cardinal Biscore Nest. So isn't that cool? I think I first saw these on Amy Loves Toads channel. I think she's done a few of these, or all of them. I think there's like maybe 4. And so the pattern comes with, you know, for the Biscornu, and then, I guess it's how you say it, so I'm gonna say it. And then this little scissor fob, I guess. So I first started this on a different kind of fabric, and I decided that it's actually once before, when I was just getting into linen, I ordered some off Amazon because I was impatient and I wanted it to be here like yesterday, and the fabric was so stiff, I didn't like working with it. And even though it doesn't matter what the fabric, it says in the pattern, it doesn't matter what the fabric looks like, or you know, the color, because it's all going to be covered up because it's full coverage. But I just didn't like the way it felt. So I had this smaller piece of, I think this is 28 count linen. And so I started it over, and I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking it a lot more. And so that's all I've done, okay? Which doesn't look like very much, but it is. So, okay, so this part is the nest, okay? And then it has a separate pattern for the eggs. Let me move some of these threads out of the way, if I can even do that. I want to show you. So that's the nest part, but then this part where the eggs are is like done. This is over 2 and this is over 1. So I started doing that and I was like, holy cow, that's small. Like it's hard. It's hard for me to see. And so I started just a little bit of it, as you can see, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's hard. And then if I stop doing it for a while, I forget what I'm doing, because the pattern for me is hard to read, because it's like, I don't know, I can't even explain it because I don't even understand it myself, but I really do want to finish this because I think it's just such a cool concept to make a biscornu into, you know, like a nest or whatever. And so that's what I'm working on. Yeah. We'll see when I pick that back up. I mean, I have made a biscornu before. So the other one, where'd it go? Okay, that I'm working on, that is my, like, I was telling you, it was my outdoor project or travel project. It's because it's on 14 count. And I don't have to see, it's not very big, and I don't have to see as well. I don't have to see, you know, I don't have to have all the special light and I mean, I do wear, like, I can wear readers, like these are the ones that are in the bag, you know, just readers, and I can see it because it's on 14 count. But I was wanting to stitch something by Ink Circles, and I was on their website, and I just happened to see this that was actually, there's like a story behind it. I think it was made by, it says it's by Hannah, and it's called Pretty Little Dust Collector. And here's the picture. Okay, so what I did is, and it's on 2 different colors of fabric. Well, I was just using some stuff that I had, right? And I didn't want to, I already had like the DMC or the floss, so that wasn't an issue. I already had, well, I was like, well, I need to find some fabric. Surely I can find some fabric that's kind of like this. So I have done this part. So now I just need to do one more part, okay? And I pulled this fabric, because I didn't have like that color, like really, really light blue, but I pulled this fabric from a dimensions kit of like some dolphins, because I decided that I wasn't gonna do it. And then if I do decide to do the dolphins, I'm gonna do it on a different kind of fabric and not an Aida. Yeah. And I got it really, the dolphin one really cheap off Amazon, so it's no big deal. But so that's that part. And then the other fabric that I'm gonna use, I hope this turns out okay, is, and I was trying to find, I don't have 14 count Aida anymore, because I either sold it or gave it away, because I really don't work on it all that much anymore. But I was trying to find another 14 count Aida that I could do it, that was different color. And so I happen to have this one that is from, let me just show you. This is the fabric that's from Rebel Stitcher Design. Jody printed this, I think, and it came with her pattern, which I haven't done yet, but I'm thinking I want to do all her patterns on like one piece, because they're kind of small. Or I have an idea. Anyway, I was like, I don't know if I want to do it. All this fabric choice was great for the pattern. It was like a leprechaun. It was really cute. But I decided to use this fabric for the biscornu. And so it's going to be on one side, and this is going to be the side that has all this side. And then the blue was this side. So these are all like pinks, pinks, corals, reds, that color, those colors. So then, I gotta finish this, and then I will measure them, and then I will sew them together. And this fabric used to be really, really stiff like this one is, but after a while, because I'm doing it in hand. Another thing is I've been doing it in hand, but it's easy to take in the car if it's a nice day and I sit outside. It's easy to take out there, and I have made. Let me just scoot over here and grab it. I have made ow! I'm so old and my bones hurt. A biscornu before, so I kind of know. I know I could. I was getting in my car on Sunday after church, and I had sandals on, and when I was scooting over because my daughter-in-law was in the car with us, and someone was getting into their car next to us, and I just thought it'd be easier. Well, when I was scooting over, my big toe on my left foot snagged some metal piece underneath my seat and ripped the side of my toe open. I mean, like, I thought I was gonna pass out. I was like crying and laughing, and everyone's like, it doesn't look like it's bleeding. And I was like, oh, it's going to. And it sure did. And it bled, and it doesn't look really good right now. And last night it kind of hurt. And that was, today, Wednesday, and that was Sunday. Okay, back to the biscornu. This is one that I made from the Tiny Modernist. It has pins in it. But I did it. I mean, I hand sewed it all. It doesn't really have anything pattern on the back, but that was the bottom side. I mean, I just followed the directions. I mean, it's not perfect, but I did it, and I like that. They're fun. You know, they're fun to do. So I've got the stuffing already, whatever it's called, the polyfill. I don't even know what it's called. So that's what I work on in the car or outside. And that's it for the projects I've been working on. I think that's it. I think I'm done. Now let me get what I ordered. This is the haul part. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so y'all know that I'm trying to get my craft room here, you know, like stuff on the walls and things hung up, and I've done a pretty good job so far, or my husband has. I mean, and I feel like it looks a lot better. Like, I think I can get you some. I feel like it's more of a room now, because those are some paintings that I actually made myself. I don't even think I can zoom out on them. But I've got a TV now, and I've got those pictures and cross stitches that that I got from my mother-in-law's house. And, you know, it's coming together. But one of the things that I've been doing is I've kind of been collecting scissors. Not that long, but I like to have a lot of scissors. And I don't have very many, but these are the ones, but I have, like, I know I have more than this, but these are the ones I could find. So some of them I've ordered off Amazon. Some of them I've ordered from different websites. A lot of them actually have ordered off Amazon. You can get some cheap scissors, some really decent scissors at good prices on Amazon. So I wanted a way, to display them. So I found this, and they're not on here very well, but it's like a shadow box. And I've got to figure out how to put the scissors in there, because right now there's just push pins, and they're not holding them very well because the push pins aren't sticking in there very well, and they're probably gonna fall off, and there's a glare. So they're just kind of in there right now to, for the time being. But when I get enough, then the whole thing's gonna be filled. But what I liked about it is it gave me some place to put my scissors, but also the shadow box opens so I can get into they're gonna fall off. I can get into it to get to my scissors, right? Isn't that cool? My stomach's growling, excuse me. Isn't that great? I mean, I thought it was neat. And I ordered this shadow box off of Amazon. It wasn't that expensive. But I was trying to make something myself, and I actually took like an old frame and painted it and took the glass out and everything, and I was gonna put pegboard behind it. And then my husband was like, that's not gonna work because you need enough space. That pegboard is thicker than the edge of that anyway. I was like, oh. So I decided that I was just gonna, I mean, for the amount of money that would take to end up remaking that frame, I was like, I'm just gonna spend like $30 on the shadow box. And so I've got another pair of scissors. They're the most expensive scissors that I've ever ordered from Kahana, I believe, and they're pink. And I've paid for them, but I haven't got them yet, but I think I'm gonna get them sometime this month, maybe next month. I don't know, no hurry. But I think a lot of them, like these scissors, let me show you. I actually got these not that long ago. Okay, so these scissors right here, I mean, they're heavy. I mean, not heavy, but they feel good in my hand, and they've got gold and kind of pewter, whatever. I guess they're supposed to be birds or swans or something, and they've got these little red thingies in here. But I got these off Amazon, and they were like $10, and they came in this nice box with like a big tassel hanging off of it, which it was like a purple tassel. But yeah, so I was like, you can find good scissors on Amazon, I feel like. So yay! Don't tell anybody. I don't want all the scissors to be gone. Okay, and my plans for the rest, this is gonna be a really long video. Oh well. Okay, so my plans for this next, I want to come up with a schedule, like, because I want to work on my full coverage pieces too, and so I got to figure out how to do that. But really, all I've been doing lately is stitching on what I want to stitch on. If I'm in the mood to stitch on full coverage, I'll get that out and I'll stitch on it until I get sick of it, and then I'll move on to something else. I want to work on another small so I can get another finish. I want to start Jesus in the Nativity, because that's a smaller, you know, baby Jesus in the manger. And it's not as big as the angel was. It's a smaller one, so I want to get that one done. I've got a couple other smalls that I'm working on that I want to get finished to have some more finishes. But in the meantime, I'm going to work on Purple Rain and the Harriet Broadhead, and then I want to work on And They Send, and I feel like I've got some other stuff. I think I have some patterns. Hold on. I think that I didn't show you. That came in after I did my. Oh, I do. I have some more patterns that I ordered that I didn't get to show you. That's part of my. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, so Fire Poppies was one of my go-to stores. I shopped online. I don't live near Fire Poppies, but I used to purchase fabric and charts from them, and they announced that they were closing. So, and then they said that, so I was sad, because they always had like really good customer service, and their shipping was super fast, and they sent candy. Anyway, I was a little sad about them. I am sad that they closed. But part of it, but I was happy for them because she's retiring or something happened, and now they're gonna get to travel and do all these things, and I think it's great. But, you know, sad for me and everybody else who wanted them to stay open to, you know, shop for. But they had a sale, and they had their stuff like the day or that night of their announcement of closing, it was a pretty good discount, and I'm pretty sure they got wiped out really fast. I think it was almost half off charts. Anyway, so I ordered some things. Of course, although I'd ordered the stuff from, all the stuff from Market, or the Nashville Market, I ordered more things, which I don't need, but I love having that. Now, some of this stuff I am sending off to Emily C for her duck. Some of my patterns, I decided I'm gonna donate to her fundraiser, the Duck Derby. It's starting to get kind of dark in here. I need to open these blinds. Okay, so the first thing, going back to what I ordered from Fire Puppies, I ordered some fabric. By the time I got on there, I think all the fabric was gone because it was gonna start at like midnight and I fell asleep, and then I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and everything was gone. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. So this is platinum. It's, I thought I was ordering, I don't know what I ordered. You had to put a number in. It's 32 count platinum Zweigart, and I got an 1/8, which I can use for my, I don't know what I'll use that for. And then what is it called? An 8, a fat 8, the fat quarter. This is a fat quarter, I guess, of linen in platinum, because it's just a neutral color. Find something to do with that. And then I ordered some patterns. One of them I got and I was like, I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna do this. But I ordered it because it's on sale. I was trying to help out Fire Puppies. It's from, I'm gonna take it out of the plastic. Ew. Okay, there's something sticky on that. It's from Heartstring Samplery. It's a book, and it's the Mary Pearson sampler. I actually thought about framing this and just hanging it on my wall instead of doing it. Is that bad that I would just frame the book and just say, there it is? Okay, so this is very, there's a story about, this is from a Sandy Historical Society museum. It's a, I guess, a reproduction of that sampler. But it is, the stitch count is 262 by 427 on 40 count. So if I were actually to do this, and then it's got like all, then I looked at it more once I got the book, and it has like all these like specialty stitches and things, and I was like, I'm probably never gonna do that, but it's cool to have the book. I really think I might frame it, because, just because. All right, so I got that one. And then, that was like in my first order. What else is in here? Is there anything else in here that I ordered? No, I think everything else is just from National Market. I got these two patterns from Jeanette Douglas. They're from the Home Together series. There's this one, which is called Home is Where Your Heart Is. And it's number 1. I don't know how many are in the series. These are the only 2 I saw. And then, I don't know if I'll do, these might be giveaways, I don't know. And then number 2 is Home is the Place to Be. Ooh, I like those scissors. I wonder if I can find those on Amazon. Ooh, look at those scissors that are on the pattern. I want to find these on Amazon. I don't know if I can. You can find some that look kind of like them, you know, but they're not exactly like them. But this number 2, Home is the Place to Be. They're cute. That kind of actually looks like my house in a way. That's what was drawn. I was drawn to it because we have a front porch like that. that goes all the way across, and we have a red door. Anyway, so I got those. And then the last one, which I actually really like, I'll take it out of the plastic. This is from, oh, that's the pattern, okay. I like the colors in this one, and I hope it doesn't have like too many. Let me see what the instructions say. Where is the instructions? Stitch on 36 count baked clay linen. I don't know if this is stitched over 2 or over 1. I don't know, maybe the words are over 1. But anyway, it's by Fox and Rabbit Designs. It's called Elizabeth Cooper 1866. I liked the dog in the middle. I like the butterflies. I like the flower or rose or whatever in the middle. It's got some brighter colors, which I like, and it says, "'Tis religion that can give sweetest pleasures while we live. 'Tis religion must supply solid comfort when we die," which I guess is the truth. But yeah, so Elizabeth Cooper, 1866. Okay, then, so that's all I ordered from Fire Poppies. You know what? I'm glad I opened my little thing here because I remembered that I'd ordered some other stuff. Okay, so let me put that back, and then I've got, that's one more thing I need to show you. It's a project that I want to do, and I hope I can do it because I think it'll be really neat. But let me go get the other part of the project. So someone on one of the groups on Facebook that I see, cross-stitching groups, had put a picture of this pattern. And I thought it was really pretty, and it was, what are these called? What are they called? I don't know what it's called, a box or whatever, but it's called A Study in Blue, and it's by Sue Hillis Designs. And she has some other ones that, but this is the one that I looked at, and I was like, that's really pretty. And it's not huge, and I feel like I could do that. I haven't even looked at the pattern to see how it's stitched. I think it's all over. I haven't even looked. So therefore I don't really know if I can stitch it or not. Yeah, I haven't read the directions. Let me see real quick. I don't know. Neat tapestry for 16, 32 count. I don't know if it's stitched over 1 or over 2. It kind of looks like over 2. But yeah, so that's what it looks like up on the top of the box. And then that is like on the sides of the box, okay? So I was like, well, and then it told where to buy the box. And so I ordered some of these like paper mache boxes. They were from Factory Direct Craft, and it's called a round paper mache box. I ordered 2 of them because they were like pretty cheap. I want to say they were under $5 each, I think. But so I ordered 2 of these, and so my desire is to stitch this and put it on this. It has the instructions and everything in here to do it. There's also one that's like a Halloween one. I have 2 boxes or 2. Let me get this real quick. Ugh. Okay, and so while I was ordering some silk floss for something, I can't remember, I ordered one. I need more than this, but that's the color I'm gonna use. And I think it called for, it calls for, okay, here it is. It calls for country vintage mocha, either 16 or 32 count fat quarter, or your choice of color or weave, but it must be 1632 count to fit on the box and hoop for this project. And it require, and then they call for gentle art sampler threads colored dungarees, or your choice of colors. 3 10-yard skeins or 5/6 of the 5-yard skeins, okay? So I ordered the conversion, this is Vicki Clayton Silks, and it's the dungaree conversion of, anyway, if you can see, like, it's variegated. So I'll probably just order some more of these. And this one, this color is called Lobby Scene. So that's my plan. I don't know when I'm gonna start it. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's my video. It was a long one, but I had a lot to show you because I haven't made one in a while. I am going to, I had a giveaway in my last video. I'm going to wait until my next video to choose a winner because I hadn't even thought about that. It just popped into my mind right now. If you want to go back and watch my Nashville Needlework Market haul video, then you can watch it, and then it gives the, it shows in the middle of that video. You can go ahead and comment on that video, and don't do it on this one. It shows what I'm giving away, and it, and just whatever, you know, all the details about that. And so I'll probably just include that in my next video, which I'm hoping to do sooner than it's taken me to make this one. All right, I've got to go do some stuff, and I got to check on my dog and get off the phone because they're supposed to call me when she's ready to pick up. Wish me luck on that, and I guess I'll just see you next time. Bye, y'all.